New week, and of course I hope you're set because what your mind is looking at, if it sees success throughout the week, indeed your mindset will determine how high you will go. So have a positive mindset, believe in God that all is going to happen as you've planned. Just work hard, and I can prophesy upon you that this is going to be indeed a very wonderful week. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono, and it is the Extra on UBC TV. Now, this morning, I and two beautiful ladies, we are going to be discussing something very important that is coming up. That is the 20th Inspire Synergy Conference 2024. And we want you to be part of this, but also better understand what is Inspire Synergy all about and why should you ensure that you do not miss this opportunity. Now, join me welcome Elizabeth Okello, who happens to be a board member at Inspire Synergy, Uganda. You're most welcome.
Thank you, Robert. Good morning.
Good morning to you,
Good morning,
happy to have you this morning. Then at my extreme end, I have Belinda Amanya, who is the executive director, who is the executive youth leader and mentor. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you very much for hosting us here. Glad to be here.
Now, allow me to start with Elizabeth. Now, when we talk about Inspire Synergy, what is this all about?
Thank you, Robert. And just like you said, synergy. This is it's a thought leadership motivational group, and this is it. Originally, it is birthed in different churches coming together to decide to actually conduct these thought leadership motivational conferences on an annual basis. And these were 5 churches. We had Deliverance Church, Makere Hill, Watoto Church, Bugolobi Church of the Resurrection, All Saints Church, and Full Gospel Church. So they did come together to synergize, to start to run annual conferences. And the purpose of these conferences was to get to nurture and raise effective leaders in the marketplace. And when you say a marketplace, we have skills, we have products to bring to the market. We do train and we build capacity. So there's something that you bring your trade to the market, and the focus is there must be excellence in what we do. And that's the synergy. And that was over 20 years ago, and the decision to come together was also birthed from the fact that we just cannot do these things alone. We kind of have to join hands together. And joining hands together to do that was very good. But also we had the bigger picture was not just to get together and synergize, but to see what is it that we can do for Africa as a continent, and get to realize that there's much that we can do to change the tide of Africa as a continent. And so that birthed the Inspire Synergy. Yeah.
Sounds great. 5 churches gave birth to this. Now this takes me to the young lady we have here. When we talk about coming together and promoting what she said, one of the things that I usually have come across is sometimes we do things because there are people who gave birth to them, but actually we are just fulfilling a ritual. Now this is the 20th, meaning if it happens every year, this is going to be the 20th. We've had 19 of them.
Yes.
Now, when we talk about Inspire Synergy Conference, from your perspective, first, how is this conference relevant, and how does it transform the lives of those that participate, apart from saying, yes, it's an event, we had it, praise the name of the Lord, the brethren came together, they synergized, the impact, how do we ensure that we draw to that?
Personally, I joined Inspire Synergy, actually the conference. I attended the conference in 2020. That was my first time joining. And by 2020, 2021, there's COVID and all of that. But what happens is the exposure I got as a young person joining then and getting to know that there thoughtful people, thoughtful leaders that desire to nurture, mentor everyone, regardless of your age, be it young or old, and teach you values. You know, when she talks about the marketplace is everywhere you go. If I am a student, my marketplace could be the classroom I am at. So if I do not carry values, or if I do not have virtues that I work with, then I'm going to be a danger to the society or to the marketplace where I am. So when we look at the relevance of Inspire Synergy, when I joined in 2020, my dream has always been to be a leader. I loved leadership. I loved leaders. I loved the fact that you can be in a space and create positive impact and influence and be able to impact the people around you. But then that cannot happen without a backbone, without a nurturing, especially like one of the church. Because when we look at the leadership today, there are very many kinds of leaders, but also even the unethical and those that do not have values. But when I got plugged into Inspire Synergy and got this mentorship, and I met a group of amazing people who saw my vision and wanted to promote and support me, I'm a leader in so many spheres right now. I am Speaker of the East African Youth Parliament. I sit on the EU Youth Sounding Board as the Vice Chair. I have been Vice Guild President, Gulu University. But with the mentorship I have had, I feel I've been groomed and nurtured as a leader to fit the places I have been at. So it's not only for leaders, perhaps because we speak of positions, but also your influence and the way you come out in the places you're in the classrooms, in the different workspaces. Someone who has attended the Inspire conferences and summits, trust me, they're different at their workplaces because they have a godly vision that inspires them to live better and change the spaces they're in to make them better spaces.
Wow, it sounds very good listening to you and giving those examples. And I must say, yes, there are qualities in you. I love how fluent you are when giving out and talking about things regarding leadership. But who are the people that you're targeting, Elizabeth? Let's know, is this, she said 2020 is when she first attended. We don't ask women how old they are. That is a taboo in the African context of it. So I won't go deep into that. But I want to know, who are those, who are the people that you're targeting to transform?
Yeah, thank you, Robert. And thank you, Belinda. When Belinda brought out those very typical examples, we're talking about anyone who is out there who has a vision for transformation in the place that they serve. So you're looking at professionals, those who have those who have trained, you're in your workplace, wherever you work. We're also looking at students in institutions who are learning. We also, not only those in institutions of higher learning, we do have the teenagers. And just allow me say something, that the Inspire Synergy does not leave even the child behind, because we do have as well Inspire Kids. So anyone, and I don't want to even underestimate what a child can do by logging onto the Inspire Synergy and actually getting that nugget that will get them on a very significant platform for their lives. So get the children on board, the teenagers on board, the students on board, the professional in your workplace. We are talking about having anyone in any sphere at whatever level that you operate, as long as you're interested in spiraling change on the African continent, Inspire Conference is for you.
Now I go back to the speaker. Well, it's very interesting when I see young people in leadership, more so when I see young women in leadership. I'm very passionate. I'm a father of a boy and a girl, but very passionate about raising the young ladies. And when I say a very young lady, and of course another lady on the team pushing Inspire Synergy, is something that you out there watching, first and foremost, we want to inspire the young girls that the sky is the limit for you, and you can't afford to be out or left out at this conference. For the young girls out there, you said the Inspire, you called it the Inspire Teens, Inspire what?
Yeah, kids. There's Inspire Kids, Inspire Teens. All those.
So you just have to log on. What? I want them to get it clear.
Oh, anyone who is interested, just go register. Go to www.inspiresynergy.org And then there will be a prompt for registration. And once you get that prompt, register, you'll be able to get access to all the links for the conference. And like I said, don't underestimate even that child, because they have a very innovative mind nowadays, and let them log on and pick something that will inspire Africa in the next 40 years.
Now, the biggest challenge for Africa is people of integrity. This was a brain of 5 churches, like you said. And you know, away from the spiritual background it gives, please don't feel offended when I say these are born-again churches. And of course, being born again, we live a Christ-like life. And now because we live a Christ-like life, one would say that they are doing things different because they are born again. Now, Inspire Synergy does not target born again, it targets every African youth, older person aimed, I want to be sure, aimed at transforming Africa. Now, how does it promote integrity, which we are lacking as a country, as a continent? Yes.
To begin with, when you look at the list of speakers that have been profiled and that are going to be taking us through the 5 days, amazing. You know, some of them, we have seen them lead, we have just watched them from afar, but their impact, we know that the spaces they have been at, they have really upheld the virtues of integrity and have really portrayed the integrity wherever they are. So one, with the leaders or with the people, the speakers that are always brought to speak to us, to share the various messages, one, they're people of integrity and people who have lived the talk. So they carry the message by the life they have lived, but also with the message that they do carry. So it is always upon you to tag in. When you tap in and then you receive, you get the transformation of the mind. Because as she put it, for example, when I joined, I was very young, 2020 as in senior 6. And by senior 6, you don't have a clear picture of the world. Yours is only school, you name by finish, and then COVID was coming in. But because of the messages that I was listening to, my heart was triggered to ask myself, what is my purpose? How do I help the world I am in? From the various talks that were shared, I was transformed. I started out with my friends. We looked out for teenage pregnant mothers. How do we support them? How do we speak to them and encourage them to carry on with whatever they're doing? But all that started by a trigger from what I listened to. So as she was saying, it is for all ages, and also with the messages that are shared always, you're triggered to believe that and to realize that your purpose on this earth is not for you to only exist, but to serve and be relevant to your nation and to your continent, and that you're called to be someone of relevance and importance to the nation you're in. So when it also comes to integrity, when you realize your purpose and what you're called for, you start to look forward to that. You feel you want to tap into areas or spaces that are going to expand that calling in you. And at the end of the day, we see ourselves being integral. And the fact that it keeps happening annually, it's more like a reminder. We need to keep ethical. We need to keep integral in the various marketplaces that we are in.
I love these words, that you're not only created to exist, but have purpose. First for your life, for your country, and for the continent. And allow me then go for a short break. When I return, I still have Belinda and Elizabeth with me. It's all about a conference that is aiming at promoting synergy. Let's return.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Once upon a time, there lived identical twins who gave birth to beautiful princes and princesses.
Their mothers give their babies' bodies a lot of care by applying on their skin with baby Junior jelly.
Though dried their chariots and everyone would admire their glowing skin. Fun fact, Baby Junior prevents diaper rash, dry and sensitive
Moms
skin.
all over Africa love baby Junior jelly. Baby Junior's the skin. No more worries anymore. Boo, 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 boo. Baby Junior.
Baby Junior.
Predict
predict the outcome of 10 football games and win big with tickets at only 500 shillings. Play for this Friday's draw to stand a chance to win big with Sports Take 10.
Buy your tickets at authorized shops on nationallottery.go.ug to download the app or simply dial *278#.
Ugandan National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba, Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Juko.
Yo.
Wachikuwa. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Uganda, haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break, and thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra. But just to remind you, we are always here from 6:30. That is when we open up our live broadcast with Good Morning Uganda. The Fantastic Four, the big team behind the cameras, are not forgetting the technical wing that make it a must for us to come to you wherever you are, in your car, sitting room, wherever you're watching UBC TV. And allow me thank you so very much for always being a part of this show. Then we come into the extra, where I usually have a guest or guests, and we discuss issues of national concern. Now, this morning, we are discussing the Inspire Synergy Conference. Now, most of the times, when we talk about conferences, people in their minds have attending physical attendance, going to a hotel, going to some place and all that. But this time, this is an online. It is, when we talk about Inspire Synergy, it is all about online. You're not going to move anywhere except have data.
Yeah.
As a must, now you have to load some data there. But why say much about this? Belinda is here. Belinda, just take our viewer to know how best they can be part of this conference.
How to be part is very simple. Just go to www.inspiresynergy.org, and when you get there, you'll see the registration link. So just tap registration, and once you're done registering, you'll be able to receive an email with a Zoom link. So with registering, it helps us to keep up with you and keep on updating you on what is happening during the Inspire Synergy. But also it is a virtual event, which makes it very flexible and easy for you to tap in and log in wherever you are. You could be saying there's a lot of traffic, I can't be here. We got you covered. You can sit in the comfort of your car, of your taxi, of your border, whatever it is. Just put in your earphones, put in your AirPods, whatever you use for listening, and then join us. Just load a few data bundles and join us. We shall be starting today, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. So it's starting today, Monday, which is 5th, and ending on 10th, which is going to be Friday. So wherever you are, just feel free to plug in, register with us, get the Zoom link right away. Even on social media, we use Inspire Synergy. Follow us everywhere. Even though you went to my page on, let's say, X or Instagram, where I use my name, Zamanya Belinda, you'll still find the login details. So there's, wherever you are, all over Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. We are there, and you'll be able to get the links, join in, and we shall be glad to serve you and we pray that the Lord touches you through the message.
Now, Elizabeth, Belinda has talked more of how you can be part of it. But one question that comes to my mind, why? What do I stand to benefit? Why go buy this data, log in and all that? What do I stand to benefit?
Thank you so much, Robert. When you log on and get to attend one, this is global. So you are on a global scene and networking with people on a global scene. So how beneficial for you to actually engage and network with people globally. Secondly, I think you had Belinda's testimony. There's quite a lot that you can benefit. I personally benefited from it. My turning point was when I was just fresh into my career and I was kind of lost. And I was able to find direction and be able to find my purpose and get to know that all this was preparation significantly. So you never know what stage, at what stage you are at in your life in regarding your purpose in life. So it could kind of just help you define, clarify, and be able to find a very significant position for you to kind of leap to what you actually would call something that gets you to where you actually want to be, because that is very common for most of the people who are not exactly sure about their purpose. So that is good, but also you get to listen to quite a number of speakers. We have speakers from across the globe, from Uganda, from Zambia, from Zimbabwe, from Nigeria. We have speakers all over, and our very own. We have our very own from Uganda here. We have Pastor Gary Skinner, Dr. James Magara. Those are our speakers from here. We have some from Kenya as well. So please log on and be able to benefit from listening to nuggets of people who have actually excelled.
Quite, at least good, those of Uganda. Yes, Gary, who wouldn't want to listen to this man that has preached the gospel, but also has shown that it's not only about the word of God, but viewed and has a bright vision. When we talk about the Watoto, I think they have done so much. We can say. Now, this brings me back to Belinda. Life change cannot be built in 1 week. I want to believe, even if I attended this Zoom conference for the entire 5 days, it's running up to Friday.
Yes.
If I was there and missed no session, really transformation is something that takes a process.
True.
Now, how do you factor in this? That yes, we can be there 5 days, 4 hours a day, but how do we have this continuity to create a meaningful impact?
So the Inspire Synergy has a couple of programs that keep running. For the teens, we have the Inspire Teens, Inspire Kids. So you still get where to lie after, where you get to be mentored and grown and nurtured. Because when the seed is sown, someone has to do the watering, the pruning, and all those processes. So there are variety that happen. With even the professionals, we also have a segment for the professionals. So everyone, after the conference, after networking and listening to so many global speakers, and those that are, local, by local I mean in Uganda, those are our own speakers from Uganda, East Africa, and then globally, you also get a chance to be nurtured and groomed at an individual level in the smaller groups with the kids, with the teens, with the professionals. So Inspire Synergy has a couple of so many of those that keep happening. So you just need to get plugged into that, and that always happens after these conferences. We have many subsequent ones that keep following, and so you can get your guidance and mentorship there. And keep in line and plug into a family that will help you grow and become the best person with the best values and who is equipped to serve and unite Africa, but also grow the continent we are in and be the best person in the marketplace you're at.
Yes, Elizabeth, you wanted to supplement?
Yeah, and just to say that it's very important to actually realize action after what we've done. And what we also do at Inspire Synergy is we get into action groups. I would call them action groups, and we have several. There are those that will focus on community development. We have an action group for the diaspora, where they kind of get together and see how to invest back in Africa. We have working groups for the metaverse. There's a lot of innovation in technology, critical skills. And so we get together, and no one can fail to find where your feet. So you kind of go where you actually fit, put your minds together, create a think tank. We've done quite a lot. I mean, we participated in the education reforms in Uganda, learning from a lesson, getting to lessons from Botswana. We were able to put together a paper to submit at that time. Our friends in the diaspora have come together to see how they can actually invest and do business together, trustworthy business in the African continent. We've had quite a lot done with the metaverse. A lot of innovation has come out of that. And if you go to the website, you'll be able to see some of those things that have actually resulted from the conference. But Belinda highlighted something very important. I think the most important is your personal resolve, your personal growth as a leader, because if it doesn't resonate with you as a person, then even if you went there, it actually would not be an excellent contribution.
Definitely. Well, time seems to be flying, and of course we have to leave room for more programming to continue. So allow me give each of you just 1 or 2 minutes for your parting shots, beginning with Belinda.
My parting shots will basically go to the young people or to whoever feels touched by this. You're not created to be average or to just occupy space and exist. There is much more that is within you, which could just be potential energy lying at rest, waiting for a trigger, waiting for a push. Do not risk living your life at bay, living it ordinary, but tap into a space that will trigger you to become the greatest person. Where some of us are today, it started as a thought. Some of them came during these sessions. Someone once talked about leading nations, and from then I prayed and said, God, I think I would love to be a leader at a national level and also at a regional level, East African level. And a few months later, the East African Youth Parliament came, I contested for speaker, and I went through. So some of these things start as small dreams. Some of them come when you're in those sessions and someone speaks about something. Do not risk to remain average. This is a chance for you to grow, a chance for you to think and dream bigger. Please come through and log in. It will be worth your life journey and worth a turning point. Thank you.
I believe there could be so many motivational speakers there, but now here, led by the Spirit of God. You and I enjoy motivational speakers, but I love when they are more practical, like she's saying. She's been there, she's been blessed, she benefited from this, and now she's reaping fruits. We hope the sky is the limit. Fly higher. Now, coming back to you, Elizabeth, your winding shot.
Yeah, thank you. I think change is not something that just happens by coincidence. It's something that we have to be deliberate about. We need to change our mindset, the way we think about this change, the way we think about ourselves, the way we think about Africa. It's not just about what we see, what we hear, just going with the wave. I think we have to be very deliberate. And if you realize a point of advantage from where you are, just take advantage, build your skills. You have what it takes. You just need to change your mindset and you'll be able to get there. So Inspire Synergy is one place where it will challenge you to actually change your mindset.
Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth Okello. Thank you so much for your time and, of course, those very encouraging words that, well, you just need to do something little. Be part of this. Then later follow the programs that continue. Thank you so much, Belinda Amanya, also for being part of this. And of course, our lovely viewer, thank you very much. You're the reason we wake up every day and really don't take you for granted. We appreciate you. Now, it's starting today at 7 p.m. Be part of this. You never know the transformation. One of the most important things in life is discovering who you are. And I believe with Inspiring Synergy, I'll not miss. I'll be following every day. And of course, I know by the end of this, you will have your life transformed. Have a lovely day. God bless your week. See you tomorrow, God willing, for God and my country. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you.